In this video, we will be analyzing a scene in Baz Luhrmann's adaptation of William Shakespeare's play, Romeo and Juliet. In this scene, a distraught Romeo purchases a vial of poison from the poor apothecary and then makes his way to the church where Juliet is sleeping. Because of his banishment, the police chase him with helicopters and cars as he navigates the streets of Verona. When at the church, Romeo takes a hostage, expresses his despair,
"I'm not a desperate man!"
then has a brief shootout with the police before making his way inside, where he locks the door. Luhrmann uses cinematography, editing, sound and mise-en-scène to create an involved and tense scene. This scene is at the climax of the story and is very intense, which has been reflected in the cinematography and editing. The clip is 2 minutes and 11 seconds long, and includes a total of 78 cuts, with the average shot length being only 1.7 seconds. These quick shots convey the fast-paced action of the pursuit as well as Romeo's urgency and recklessness, which is only supported by the transitions between the shots. 71 of the 79 transitions between shots are instant. These types of transitions maintain the sense of time, space and action within the scene. The other 8 transitions are scrolling movements, where the camera moves quickly from one subject to another. These are especially great at maintaining or creating a sense of space when switching from one subject to another. The clip also features heavy use of second-person and third-person views. The third-person shots are commonly tracking or dolly shots and track Romeo on his sprint to evade the police, immersing the audience in the action and chaos. At the start of the scene, the camera work is smooth and controlled. Gradually, however, the shots become shakier, as the action intensifies the closer the police get. In the final chase scene and during the shootout, the camera is moving like a handheld camera. This change in filming lines up with the stress levels in the scene, which is a key component to making this clip as immersive as possible. When not in third-person view, the camera is in second person, which means it's coming from the perspective of the police. These shots give us a different perspective and show us the relationship in space between the main character and the police, as well as showing the police's viewing advantage from the helicopter. These high views also show us how Romeo is frantically and recklessly trying to escape the powerful police force, which emphasizes Romeo's infatuation and utter devoted to Juliet. Depth of field is employed 10 times throughout the clip and is used in heavy conjunction with medium or close-up shots. This is done to emphasize the expressions on each person's face, like the utter disparity on Romeo's face here, the shock on Friar Lawrence's face here, or Romeo's determination here. At the start, 0.00 to 0.08, this time frame includes a beginning to a chase. This is right before a build-up of sound. The volume of the score is low, allowing the viewer to understand what the main character is saying.
Pours poison to men's souls in these poor compounds that thou mayst not sell.
From 0.08 to 0.28 contains upbeat, high-tempo percussion, emphasizing the high-speed car chase that the main character is in, which exaggerates the stress levels of the scene. From 0.28 to 0.36 you can hear a clock ticking, which can be heard by the characters but extremely exaggerated in post-production to symbolize the shortness of time.
Romeo hath no notice of these accidents. I will write again to mention.
From 0.36 to 0.39 you can hear a sudden cymbal crash assisted by a rise beforehand, which emphasizes the extreme difference of emotion within the scene when transitioning. After the transition, a diegetic helicopter blade sound can be heard. This is also exaggerated in post-production. From 0.47 to 0.56 you can hear low drumming sounds, overlapped by helicopter blade sounds and car screeching SFX. The drumming is non-diegetic, but the vehicle SFX is all diegetic and can be heard by the characters. Finally, from 1.46 to 2.18 you can hear more low drumming sounds, then sudden assistance of the choir at the end of the scene to symbolize the entrance to the tomb. The whole scene is primarily dark, except for soft lighting from shops and hard glare light from the police cars. In comparison to the police lights, the street lights are dark. This is done in classic police fashion, where extremely strong spotlights are used to spot suspects easily. The Mitchell Studio standard 35mm camera used to film this movie have had their ISO values and exposure compensation turned up to achieve this effect. In the scene, Romeo is wearing an unbuttoned Hawaiian shirt. Although this fits with the style of the movie, it is also useful in displaying the wind and emphasizing Romeo's quick and jerky movements. When the camera is close to Romeo, you can see that his hair and skin are oily and sweaty. This shows how he is exhausted and stressed, which links to his current situation in the story.
Worst poison to men's souls than these poor compounds that thou mayst not sell.
This scene has a lot going on within it. The sounds we can hear, the cinematography we witness, the editing techniques employed and mise-en-scène all work together to create a masterfully created, immersive and action-packed scene. It is obvious that Luhrmann has been using these techniques to convey the reckless and emotional last-ditch attempt of Romeo, a desperate lover trying to reunite with his wife.